Okay, so welcome to video number 7, and let's organize your ideas. So now that you know how to implement the brainstorm splatter method, it's time to dig deeper. Let's organize your questions and answers that we figured out earlier, and based upon that, let's expand on that and make sure that we have everything ready to go so that when we begin the mock-up process, it's going to be easy to see the layout, everything step by step, the question, the yes or no, or whatever that is going to look like in your chatbot. Okay, so we're going to start off where we left off in the previous video, which was pretty much a very scattered mind map. Now, as I stated earlier on, we are going to organize it so that it makes sense. Now, keep in mind that the video after this will talk about how to set things up via a mock-up, and a mock-up will be slightly different. It will allow us to actually see and preview what it looks like as a real chatbot. So there are programs out there like Bot Mockup that will allow you to set up your questions so that you can see what the users see. And based on that, you can tweak things around. But for now, all we're doing is we've already put our creative ideas down. We are going to elaborate further and organize it. All right. So we're bringing the logical side of our brain in right now. All right. So just to recap, remember, figuring out the end result is crucial. And when you have that, that allows you to begin to brainstorm ideas. All right, so the first question should probably not be, have you purchased from us before? Instead, it should be something of, hey, first name. And fortunately with Facebook, they do have placeholders, so you can insert the first name to customize it. And customizing it and making it more personable is very, very important, because you never want people to feel like they're a robot or you are a robot, even though you are. And you definitely want to make it clear that you are a chat bot and not a real live person, because sometimes people can't differentiate between the two, and chat bots are new technology that has come in. Once you're transparent and you're upfront and honest, they tend to trust you. So we can say, hey, first name, how would you like to XYZ? Now, XYZ depends on your end result, and that's why you need to know your end result. But in this case, if we are teaching people about scuba diving, you could say, how would you like to learn how to improve your scuba diving? Now, bear in mind that you don't want to have too many words because there's only a limited amount of space. So if you can squeeze this down further, then great. The shorter, the more concise, the more straightforward, the better. So how would you like to learn how to improve your scuba diving? And we would assume that they're going to say yes. If they say no, you could say something like, well, how can I help you? Would you like to have you purchased from us before or whatever and all that? Or you could say, hi, first name. How would you like to learn how to, or hey, first name, I would like to help you improve your scuba diving. And then you could say, to better help you, to redirect you to the right department, have you purchased from us yet? So this could just be the intro message, and when they click get started, this appears. All right, so there's no yes or no. Instead, they are just merely sent here. So they're sent from here. to here. And remember, I talked about in the previous video that you're trying to figure out where to send them. Are they a customer or are they not a customer? So to redirect you to the right customer, have you purchased from us? Yes, yet. So we have yes. If it is yes, they are a customer. If it is a no, they are a prospect. So let's go ahead and work on the customer side. So scrolling over here, this is a customer. And if they say, yes, I have purchased from you, say, thank you for being a loyal customer. One thing we found that works really well is to always thank them, because nowadays people don't thank enough. So thank them for being a customer. Thank them for, sticking by you. So say, thank you for being a loyal customer. Always put their name in there, first name. How can I help you? So in this case, you could give them a number of choices. You could give them a choice such as maybe customer support. And over here, you have live customer support chat. So you could send them here, or you can give them another option and say, you want to know about the latest products and updates on the products? Click here, send them there. And then that could be an article. So as you can see in this light, this is not really a yes or no question. It's more of a choice. And then based on the choices that they choose, you can redirect them somewhere else. So updates on the latest products, from that point, you could send them to product reviews, or from this point, you could send them to social proof, and you could send them here. So that makes sense, and that would allow us to get more sales, potentially block any refunds that are about to happen by making people happy and solving their problems, or updating them. All right, so that would be ideal. And in terms of questions, the questions really depend on your product and service. But this is a good way to direct them and split them off into a different track. Now let's work on the prospect side. So the prospect, if they say, no, we haven't purchased from you before, they're a prospect. And in this case, like I said earlier, they're going to need a lot more pre-selling. So from this prospect, we can say, no problem, we're glad you're here. And then put their name. How can I help you? Question mark. And then maybe from this point, you could redirect them to several articles, or several articles converted into questions. And if they depend on what they click, you send them to those articles. And maybe from those articles, you can send them to a free gift or something of value, or you can direct them straight from here to here. It's really up to you. But in this case, we'll direct people from here to here. And maybe from here, we could direct them to a special deal or a discount. So eventually we want to convert these prospects and get them over to the customer over here. And because they are prospects, they're going to need a little bit more pre-selling, and of course they're going to need social proof. So now I've created sort of a very simple chatbot that is organized and that is mapped out. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to use a mock-up software to get a better idea of what this looks like, because this is not exactly the mock-up yet. It's just an organized bird's eye view, rough draft. So we're going to take this and we're going to make it look like a chatbot. So that way, you're going to be able to see the ins and the outs of the project. You're going to be able to see any issues with the chatbot by following this process. All right, so let's move on to the next video.